Please be advised that all video and audio recordings were completed before the COVID-19 pandemic.
Black Female Project.
Welcome back, everyone. This is Che Abram, Trap Yoga Bae. If you aren't following her on social media platforms, you should be. I am a definite subscriber to our Ratchet Affirmations. So if you haven't caught on by now, Leslie Stoval is in conversation with Brittany Floyd-Mayo, also known as Trap Yoga Bae. I'll be honest, I've known Brittany for several years, pre-Trap Yoga Bae, and I am not surprised at all that this is where her journey has taken her. Her yoga style, in my opinion, is next level. And I say next level because it is inclusive. It is a safe space. It is a positive space. It's an affirming space. It is where everyone can come and be and move and jiggle and shake and get strength and get spiritual cleansing and be in community simply through her work. And I hope that by the end of this conversation, you too will be a fan.
Thank you for having me, Leslie. Happy to be here.
Yeah. You look like you're in shape.
Yeah, yoga.
Is that from yoga or twerking?
A little bit of both. Twerking is cardio. Yoga keeps everything else intact.
Explain that.
Twerking or yoga?
Keeping it intact.
I
want to keep it intact.
Right? Yeah. So yoga, specifically the type of yoga I teach, because there are tons of different branches.
Right.
Vinyasa, which is more of a power yoga. It's using your body weight to go through a series of flows. And that's where you get the built arms, the legs. But what's really good is it helps you stretch things out, helps you keep things lean, right, so that no matter how far we make it into life, we get to keep moving and keep having that flexibility.
It's very important. I was at in New York. I was at this little shishi wedding, and anyway, Raquel Welch was there, and we were talking, and she was the first person I really heard about doing yoga, and she looks great. I mean, great. And so I talked to her about it, and she talked about the strength and just the stretching, and it's just phenomenal, I think.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I really feel that the physical, the way you look after practicing yoga for a while is a mere sliver of the benefits of the practice in and of itself, right? We all want to look good, but looking good is a byproduct to feeling good.
Oh, yeah.
And that starts with the body and the mind. And that's what yoga means, right? To yoke together the body, the mind, and the spirit, basically.
You're a good advocate for yoga.
Thank you. I really, really believe in it.
You're passionate.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Wonderful. So now you said you went to school in New Orleans?
Yes, I went to Dillard University.
You were bouncing around there?
I was. You got me. So that was really an amazing cultural shock, right? Coming from Oakland. I'm from Oakland, and I specifically chose going to school in the South. I wanted to go to a HBCU because I felt like there was part of the Black experience that I was missing, even being from Oakland and this wonderful place with an awesome legacy. But there was more. So I got there, and within the first week, we went to a roller skating rink, and this music comes on.
What school did you go to?
Dillard University.
Okay.
And I see 5-year-old girls, 10-year-old girls, like just bouncing, legs up on the walls, booties going everywhere. And I realized this is a way of life, right? Are you making room for me?
Yes.
I need a beat. Nobody's got a beat.
No.
Oh, we'll get some B-roll and I can make it happen for us.
Okay.
Gosh, I don't know if I got on my twerking pants because you gotta free the cheeks. But yeah, so I discovered
CHEEKS?
Yes, the butt cheeks. They gotta be free, and loose, and easy.
They gotta be what?
Free and loose and easy. You've gotta let them wiggle and jiggle, right?
I've never wiggled and jiggled in my life.
I can make a believer out of you.
No, I don't
Give me
think
some
you can.
time.
No, there's not enough time. Trust me.
But yeah, so I discovered, you're like, I'm here. The girl who taught me how to twerk, and when I learned how to twerk, I was about 117 pounds. This is 12 years ago, right? This isn't something that's new within our community. The name changes, the music that they put it to changes, but it's very, very the same, right? Okay. Just like it's Southern New Orleans versions of Hawaiian dancing or West African dancing. It is a cultural phenomenon. Right. We see it here in the West and everywhere else, and it's been highly sexualized, but it really is just a part of the culture. It's a part of freedom of expression. And for me, it's catharsis, right? Like, you just twerk the problems away, right? You're dancing and you're not worried about anything else but catching the beat. And that's why, for me, twerking is such an integral part of the trap yoga practice and my own personal lifestyle, right? Because that's like the second line in my bio. I think I put that right after mother, right before entrepreneur, twerking, right? Twerking. But yeah, it's for me, it's fun. It's body positivity. It's cultural relevance, and it's keeping up with the times and having a good time doing it.
Because you know what, it sounds like fun. Your description is, now I'm starting to understand it better. I really am. Because the first time, you know who introduced me to twerking?
Who did?
You know that show, The Atlanta Housewives?
I know of it.
And that girl, she's the twirling and...
I don't watch the show, but I'm pretty sure.
She was like Miss USA or something from Detroit.
And she was twerking? Oh,
yeah.
wow. I want to see it.
It was... Go download in the archive. But I go, oh, no, that's interesting. Mm-hmm. And then I was playing some trap videos and the movement and the beat and everything, and I was going, wow, why is it seems like it's from the South, but also New Jersey. Years ago.
Ooh, Fetty Wap?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Trap Queen.
Yeah, Trap Queen.
Yes.
I love that video.
Right.
Because it's like a soap opera. It's like, oh my God.
And what happens next? Right. Absolutely.
And there's the whole neighborhood's over the house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and trap music does have its roots, in the South. It is characterized by the heavy bass and open space, which is something that I learned from my DJ. I was like, I just like the big boom boom, right. and it's the more right that one, and it's the simplicity of the beat. Funk. We'll put some funk on it, and it's good. Yeah, absolutely. And now I'm learning something.
You are. Your hair is really beautiful now. Is that part of the trap thing?
It is. It actually is. Well, it's a part of my branding. I really, really love the colors blue. And I think that colors have such a tremendous effect on us. If you come to my home, you can see that we have like this blue. Yes, it is. Dinner, drinks, all of that. Okay. I live very close by.
Because after the drinks, Eric.
It's a promise. She told me it would take me forever to convert her, and here we are making dinner plans, Leslie and I. It happened. It happened. I'm good at what I do. But yeah, so the color blue, it not only reminds us of the ocean and the sky, but it's also about staying calm and staying fluid. And if you look at my logo, there are blue lips. If you look at my natural hair, when I'm wearing it big and curly, there's a big blue streak. If you look at my 2 children and my Bichon poodle, they all have blue streaks of hair. It is a family thing. And it's just, it's a constant reminder of saying, like, I'm here to be expansive, flexible, and to chill out, right? Yeah. So everything with me, as far as as often as I can, is done with intentionality and is done with purpose, down to the twerking and what it means for me, and the yoga and what it means for me, and the songs we play in my classes, and the things that we come up with, these things called ratchet affirmations, which is...
What's that?
Yeah, so a ratchet affirmation is real world advice, but it sounds like your favorite rap lyrics, and they're like little sayings, like on my shirt, Sucker Free Yogi, right? Which is homage to Sucker Free City, the Bay Area, San Francisco, but this has been for us rebranded. Like, a sucker is somebody who drains your energy. Have you ever interacted with someone and then they walk away and you're like, oh, I'm exhausted, or ooh, I'm in a bad mood? That person is taken. They've leached your energy. They are a sucker. And you got to be sucker free if you want to maintain that positivity, maintain that happiness and that freedom, right?
That's a drain.
Do you notice something missing right now? That something is you. We would love to have you sponsor the podcast and share your work with our Black Female Project family. To learn more, email info@blackfemaleproject.org. Now, back to our episode.
This is marvelous because I had no, I mean, you've really given me context and being serious about the twerking and stuff. That I just thought it was, but
it's peculiar.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I think part of the existence of Black women is to be peculiar, is to push the boundaries, is to say, you think you know me, you think you know what we're about, you think that you can peg us into a box, but you can't, right? And that's, for cultures outside of us, that's for intergenerationally, it's across socioeconomic status, it's to say that. And that's one of the really, really fun things for me of being Trap Yoga Bae, because people don't see me talk and they see me on the internet and they see my classes, and all people seem to remember is she said some cool things, but she was shaking her ass all night long. And then every time I speak, it's oh, wow, you're actually well spoken. And I say, oh, I forgot to tell you, I'm degreed, and this is.
What's your degree?
Positive psychology and social behavioral studies.
From where?
From Dillard University and Holy Names.
Excellent.
So here in Oakland too. Yeah, I came back home and got another degree. I'm not really sure why, but it seemed like the thing to do when you're in your early 20s, right? Another opportunity of moratorium when you're trying to figure out life. But it was great, and I learned a lot. And initially, I wanted to be some sort of therapist. And what I found in Trap Yoga is I get to have mass group therapy for Black women through this yoga experience. And it's my form of group therapy, and I see it in the way I feel when I complete the task of a class. I see it in the people who come to my class, and then I keep up with them. I see it in the growth of our brand, right? Oakland.
Talk about that.
Yeah, well, the way it happened, the first class I ever taught was in San Francisco, February 2017. So Trap Yoga Bae is
2:30.
Yeah, at 7:30 p.m. Right. It was great. I posted it online, and I didn't really think that there was gonna be a lot of outpour, and 90 something people showed up.
Wow.
And I said, oh,
your first time?
My first time. I said, oh, this is something, right? And at the time, I had a really, really good friend who said, I've known you since we were 14. I know when you're happy, this is what you were made for. You have to make the best of this. And so at the time, I was doing this sort of meta meditation called Wouldn't It Be Nice, right? Where you're segmenting your life, you're visualizing it. Wouldn't it be nice if everything went well, right? I do it with my kids in the car. It's just visualizing, having a great day. And I said, wouldn't it be nice if I went to go visit all my friends whom I haven't been able to visit, and I taught a class, and in that class, teaching that class, I made enough money to pay for my flights to see my friends. And that was the beginning of touring. I went to Denver to see friends, New Orleans, Miami, and everywhere I went, the brand kept growing. The classes kept selling out. And I mean, this is where there weren't hundreds of people there. It was 50 people here, 25 people there, which
That's
is
fantastic.
Still to see that many Black women show up for, a brand new brand. And then we hit Houston, and baby, things changed.
What?
This guy reached out and said, hey, I want to loan you my warehouse. In this warehouse, you can have hundreds. And I was like, I don't know if I'll need it, but wouldn't it be nice if I'm always at capacity? So I said that to myself, and 400 people showed up, right? And from that moment on, as big of a space, what do I charge? Oh, anywhere between $15 and $250 for packages. Yeah. And everywhere we went, we were just at capacity. Then I got a call, said, hey,
it was Big Frida?
No, it was Erykah Badu. I can't say even better. Big Frida's a legend in their own way. Calls me and says,
did you see her in her movie?
I did.
Funny.
She was a lot like that in person. She was phenomenal. No act. That was, right? Minus the peyote and whatever. But so we opened for her at the Toronto Arts and Culture Festival.
Are you serious?
Right? And I'm freaking out, Leslie. I'm a yoga instructor. How do I open for a musical act, right? And we did this 20-minute demonstration and we pulled people on stage and the crowd was moved. And then all of these publications came out and said, you know, one of our favorite parts of the night was Trap Yoga Bae. I said, wow, I shared a stage with Erykah Badu and they still remember to say my name. This is something. Then Brit & Co called and Verizon called and said, hey, will you teach in front of 20 million people live streaming? We said yes. And then it just keeps going, right? Then we decided, you know what? I think it'd be great if we taught people how to do the splits, but I can't be everywhere at one time. So let's record it and let's post it online. Wouldn't it be nice if 1,000 people showed up or signed up for this thing? 4,000 did. So then we had this amazing Facebook group.
Great numbers.
Right. It's phenomenal. It's mind blowing. And no matter what happens, I'm always in a state of gratitude and never in expectation. Right. But you know, of course you want what you want. Like I want people to feel it. But if only one person does this, if I've changed one life, I've changed the world. But wouldn't it be nice if I can change the lives of thousands? So then the splits challenge hit and that took off. And then this Black History Month was crazy. Yeah. We got called from all sort of companies, right? Black Joy Parade called me and said, hey, would you mind hosting our Instagram? We love your energy. We want that energy on our Instagram. Did that. Lyft called and said, hey, we have a Black affinity group. We would love for you to come teach them during Black History Month. So we did that and tons of other smaller and larger companies. And it's been phenomenal. And we've been on a 5-month hiatus of public teaching classes. And I said, you know, all of these new followers and all of these people that I met at Black Joy Parade, I would really, really love to be able to teach them because they didn't know about me. So they didn't know the benefit of this class. So we said, okay, this is what we'll do. We'll post the class and then give it a week and we'll see what kind of numbers we're doing. Right. And then we'll look for a space. Had a few spaces in mind. Wouldn't it be nice? Right? And then posted it on Instagram, woke up, 250 people signed up. Whew. Wouldn't it be nice if we found a space to put 250 women in a yoga class? We found a space, got a great deal on it. And so March 16th now, we have a sold out class right here in Oakland. It's going to be at the California Ballroom. That's about the only space that can fit us. I was there a couple weeks ago. It's huge.
Yeah, there's stairs.
Yeah, well, if you can't make the stairs, you might not make it to yoga either, so.
No, but I just remember the real stiff because I was carrying some wine up there. And so
I have to go where she goes. Where if you go where wine is, I want to be where you are, Leslie.
Do a little something in the wine business.
Oh, see, I want to know more.
You shall.
Indeed.
So we have, introduce yourself again.
Oh.
Wouldn't it be nice if you said
Wouldn't
hello?
it be nice? Hi, my name is Brittany Floyd-Mayo. I go by the moniker of Trap Yoga Bae. And
what's your hometown?
Oh, yes, of course. I'm from Oakland, California, West Oakland to be exact. McClymonds High School.
Okay. And who would you say is your shiro?
Ooh, my shiro. Somebody who tons of folks would know.
Your personal shiro.
Okay, well, I have my spirit guides. And when I'm working on something for myself, I actually visualize Maya Angelou a lot. She comes to mind a lot for her own ideals of the beauty of her own heart and what it means to be a woman and before the ideas of feminist movements. Like that was the first woman whose poems I memorized and whose stories I knew. And I really think that gave me my shield and faith in my strength as a Black woman. So I give it to her.
Okay. And who would you put on your Black female Mount Rushmore?
Ooh,
4 people.
4 people on my Rushmore. Beyonce. Easy. I'm gonna put a pin and circle back to it. I want to think about it.
But Beyonce, that's formidable.
Yeah.
So now tell us one last time, where's your event going to be and what time and how can we get tickets and all that kind of good stuff?
Cool. So the event's going to be March 16th. It's going to be a morning class starting at 9:30 a.m. We will be at the California Ballroom. However,
it's on Franklin.
It's on
Franklin near 17th.
You know your city. And you'll actually have to catch me at the next class because this one is sold out already.
What a hardship. What a tragedy.
Woe is me.
Woe is me.
Wouldn't it be nice if I found a bigger space next time? We do have something else in the works, though.
So if where can people get a hold of you in general?
Yeah.
Website or
Absolutely. So you can find me
Instagram?
on all social mediums as Trap Yoga Bae. My website is trapyogabae.com. TRAPYOGABAE.
Thanks for coming by.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
Black Female Project.
We invite you to learn more about the women in this episode, Black Female Project, and ways to support the project by going to www.blackfemaleproject.org.